Good morning. Still morning for about 6 more minutes, so it still works. Like Max said, my name is Timothy Head, and our national organization is based here, so it can get it a little bit confusing in Georgia. We have an executive director for our state Georgia chapter and our national organization, myself. The exciting thing for me in doing events like this, certainly in Georgia and a number of states across the country, is there's a bit of an embarrassment of riches. How many of you are familiar with the scripture that when the righteous are in positions of power or influence, that the people flourish, but when the wicked rule, the people groan? So there's kind of a blend. On the state level, we're kind of flourishing and rejoicing, but on the national and international level, does your back hurt just a little bit? If you find yourself groaning just a little bit? So it's exciting for me to be able to kind of illustrate to all of us today that here on the local level, Georgia's still a very well-run, well-governed state, and our first speaker today is a prime example of that. The Attorney General, obviously, as you know, is the lead law enforcement official in the entire state, and so when we're talking, especially in challenging days like this, we want somebody that has a steel spine, that's not wavering on issues and not selectively enforcing which law I will enforce, which law I won't enforce. If the legislature's passed a law, our next guest, actually, he is the enforcement mechanism to make sure that actually becomes kind of the law on the streets. So join me in welcoming our first guest today, Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr.
Good morning. Thank y'all. Tim, thank you so much. Mac, appreciate you. Ralph, of course, thank you. Ralph knew me when I was a baby and had hair, and I appreciate all that he does. Matthew Gamble, thank you for that great prayer. Esther Panich is here. She had us at a Shabbat kickoff a week or so ago. One of the things we also want to pray for is the return of the hostages as well. And so thank you, Matthew, for your prayer. Unbelievable turnout yet again. I was thinking about this as I came in. I went to speak to a group of juniors and seniors not long ago, and I had a young lady ask me, how do you separate your faith from your job? And I said, you don't. You don't. You are guided by your faith in all that you do, whatever profession it is you're going to be in. But certainly when you're involved in politics. Because when you separate your faith from what you do, that's when things get out of control. And I love this organization for many, many reasons. Faith and freedom. I love the name. Because you are guided. I am confident that you are here to talk with your legislators, to talk with one another, to influence public policy because of your faith. And you also know that we are freest when we are doing God's will. So faith and freedom. You know, the founding fathers knew that too. In the Declaration of Independence, they said life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in that order. You can't pursue happiness if you are not free or if you don't have liberty. And you can't have liberty if you don't have life. Life must be defended. What I am proud of in this state is we believe in the dignity, the value, and the worth of every human being, and that includes those that are unborn or preborn. We know that children are not science experiments and they are not political slogans, and I am proud to stand up to defend all of the vulnerable in our society, and that includes the unborn, and I am proud that we are defending the Life Act, and we will continue to do so. We also, again, believe in the dignity, value, and worth of every human being, which is why it is government's primary responsibility to keep people safe. Our Constitution says, Article 1, Section 1, Paragraph 2, it's the paramount duty of government to protect person and property. That means I don't care your race, your gender, your sexual orientation, where you live, or where you're from. You deserve to be safe in this state. And I can't thank the governor and the legislature enough for giving us the authority. If you'd ever followed our office, we were kind of a sleepy civil practice, but now we are a vibrant and active criminal practice as well, keeping everybody in this state safe. So thanks to the legislators that are here. Thanks to the governor. We are fighting domestic terrorism. We're fighting gangs. We are defending the most vulnerable, fighting those that are engaging in human trafficking. Because on domestic terrorism, if you think you can come here and light police cars on fire or light construction vehicles on fire or shoot police officers, you are wrong. This is not Portland. This is not Seattle. We will not stand for it. And who are the communities most often terrorized by gangs? Lower income, racially diverse, and immigrant populations. It's we conservatives who are standing up and defending all Georgians, and we should be proud of that. The same way that we're standing up for options in education, because who is most often not given a chance when there are not options in education? Lower income, racially diverse, and immigrant populations. It's we conservatives who are doing it, so be proud and continue to do that as well. And finally, I'm proud to stand with my fellow AGs around the country, suing the Biden administration to do the one job the federal government's supposed to do, that's defend this nation. Immigration is a key issue. The federal government is supposed to keep our state safe, and we are seeing it through human trafficking and fentanyl. Recently in Augusta, we were engaged in an operation where we seized 15 pounds of fentanyl, enough to kill 3.5 million people. We will continue to sue to do the right thing. We will stand up for coaches that want to pray. We will stand up for your right to freely exercise your religion. We will continue to stand up for the rule of law. Thank you for being here. Keep fighting the good fight and let us know how we can help. Take care.